Hello and welcome to a Sound Advice short video overview of the Audio-Technica AT-LPA2 belt drive turntable. My name is Ed Selley, I'm one of the independent reviewers for Sound Advice. What have we got here then? Well, the LPA2 is the new flagship turntable from Audio-Technica. The company is best known for making phono cartridges, mainly because they're excellent at it and they've been doing it for a very long time, but they have been making turntables for quite a long time. In more recent years, they've been moving slowly upmarket, which gives them an opportunity to put some of their more elaborate cartridges on the turntables. And this is the current top of the tree. It is a belt-driven, so you can see said belt, unsuspended turntable. There's no springs. There's some isolating feet, but other than that, it is rigid. And it is made, as you can see, well, I hope you can see, actually this is a bit of a pig to film because there are periods where it is entirely transparent, acrylic. Now, this looks magnificent, I'm not going to argue with that, but there are sound reasons for making it out of acrylic. Acrylic has the same fundamental resonant properties as a vinyl record. So when a vinyl record is placed on this platter, they fundamentally assume the same resonant properties as one another. There's no need for a mat, you don't need to besmirch the looks with any other pieces of equipment. It actually looks brilliant and it works extremely well. There is an external power supply and speed control, and that will appear in some of the incidental shots. I haven't put it here, just for neatness. That keeps noisy mains away from the turntable itself, allows for selection between 33 and 45 RPM, and itself is quite a smart looking piece of kit. It connects then via an umbilical cable. Output of this goes to a phono stage, and you will need a phono stage as there is no form of phono stage built into the turntable itself. The tone arm is made out of carbon fibre. It looks extremely smart, it's light and it's stiff. It has a detachable head shell. This is a bit odd because it's not actually the same design as lots of the aftermarket head shells that Audio-Technica makes, but it does make fitting the cartridge easy, and changing a cartridge in future would be easy as well. You probably won't rush to change the cartridge though. This is an Audio-Technica OC9 EXN moving coil cartridge. It has a nude elliptical stylus. Some years ago I rounded up 6 cartridges between £300 and £500. This was pretty much the cheapest cartridge of that 6, and it won that group at a canter. It is a very, very good cartridge. So long as you have a moving coil phono stage to support it, and you will need one, it will not work into a moving magnet. This is a really smart cartridge to find fitted to a turntable and inclusive in the price of anything at £1,700. So it gives the LPA2 something of an advantage. There are some momentary bits of weirdness. The anti-skate mechanism is by a rod and weight. This is normal enough, except it's a bit weird to fit, and the wire is sufficiently long it has to sit in a recess in the plinth, which looks and feels a bit odd. I found fitting the lid was harder than I thought it was going to be, but other than that, it is a well-made and extremely easy device to live with. This perception only improves once you start listening to it. It's pretty easy to look at this sort of very glitzy looking turntable and assume that you're going to get a very glitzy sound from it, but you don't. Over the years, Audio-Technica cartridges, released more recently, have been very refined. They keep some of the excitement, some of the drive, some of the punch that we've come to associate from the company, but even when you're playing some absolutely abysmal sounding records on them, they keep everything sounding pretty civilized, and that's the case here. You can argue, realistically, that there are some stylus profiles doing the rounds on moving magnet cartridges which might extract a fraction more detail off your records than the elliptical nude on this. But you'd need to be doing some fairly forensic side-by-side listening to get a handle on that, and it rather misses the fact that this is an extremely fun and engaging and easy turntable to spend hours and hours and hours listening to. You can start with one genre of records and proceed across an evening and many beverages of your choice and wind up somewhere completely different, and it won't be wrong-footed by any of those things. Do I think that certain rivals have a bit more bass? Yes, I do. As I've already noted, some of them can possibly extract a bit more detail, but you'd have to have them side by side, and those particular turntables will probably lose out to just the even-handedness, the tonal realism and the naturalness of how this record player sounds. The only note of caution that I'll sound is this plinth and this platter. They're isolated by these feet, as we've noted, and they are reasonably well isolated. But if you tap this plinth or interference makes it through to this plinth, it does become audible at the playing surface. I would suggest that a wall shelf would be your best bet for getting the optimal performance out of this turntable, or some sort of isolation platform. Compared to Project in particular, who have put a lot of effort into their turntable feet over the last couple of years, this is going to be more receptive to what's going on around it. But I wouldn't describe it as absolutely lacking in this regard, simply something that you need to pay attention to. Many people will be bowled over by just how this turntable looks and feels. It is a pleasure to set up, funny weight notwithstanding, and once it's in place, it manages to look special and make you feel special whilst you use it. To this end, I have awarded it a recommended badge. I think it is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's not without competition, but it more than holds its own, and it does augur well for whatever Audio-Technica has planned next. If you've enjoyed this little ramble through what the LPA2 can do, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There will be more content from me and other people in due course. All that's left for me to do is to thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!